afternoon, Mojave County. This is Janssen Villegas, and this is
Adam Hurley over here.
Adam Hurley.
One of the finance managers with Findlay Used Car Center. One of a good friend with Janssen, I would have to say.
The best friend. Him and I are best friends, literally. Him and Gage are not best friends. Him and I are best friends. But this is the Janssen Show, and today we are with Adam, one of the F&I managers of the Used Car Center, best friends of Janssen.
Family man. Don't forget
in the
that.
86442, I'm drinking out of Gonzo's mug. I'm eating a bourbon bacon, extra bourbon glazed donut from Dandy's Donuts. Shout out Aju. Appreciate you.
They're sponsoring you?
They are. We're getting sponsored. Actually, this is one of the sponsors here. He's out in Glamis right now. Have you ever been Glamis?
I actually I did when I was a kid a few times. It wasn't something that my parents were too comfortable with because of the crowd. I do know that it's a lot more controlled now. And now with, having the family and stuff, I would almost be guaranteeing that within the next 5 years, I'd probably be out there again. Have you?
Yeah. Is there a reason that you would be out there within the next 5 years? Do you have a certain vehicle that you just purchased that could imply that you have reason to be out there?
Yes. I back in April, I purchased myself and my family a Silverado 1500.
1500.
And we also got a travel trailer for us, but whenever I picked up the travel trailer, it was a little bit too much for my vehicle, so I was waiting for the last couple of months for a vehicle to hit, because as we know, there's a chip shortage as of right now, but we're still chugging along and we're adapting to that.
And employees are buying new cars.
So with all that being accounted for the way the market is right now, it just all made sense for me to get a diesel and be comfortable and still be within my means. And so that goes for pretty much everybody. If you guys are ever in the market, of course, and you guys are looking for a good buy, hit us up, see what we can do. The worst case scenario is within 20 minutes we'll have an answer of what we can or can't do, of course.
And you just bought a heavy duty, right?
I did. I bought a diesel. Got it at a very good price as far as that goes, and financing and budget wise. The team definitely worked for me and they helped me out a ton.
Well, you are the team. You are the finance guy.
Well,
you approved your own deal.
I had to get some tips and pointers from Mr. Donnie Reynolds and a couple of the other guys over there.
The myth, the legend.
That guy is
my arch
something
nemesis.
else. But needless to say, I'm very happy with the purchase, and I look forward to taking out the trailer and making some memories with the family.
So when you have conversations with Credit Karma, it's on the positive end of things, is what I'm hearing.
Now. At one point,
too.
I had terrible credit at one point. I had the worst. I mean, even Gonzo always mentions and messes around with me how he says within the past 5 years, Hurley's probably tried to buy a truck, once a year, if not more than that, and just never ever blossomed or came to fruition. And so to see it kind of happen, or to see it finally happen, kind of makes me feel really good about myself.
Me? Co-signer. Every time. Every single time I needed a co-signer. And I'm okay with that.
It's okay, hey, man. We always need help sometimes.
Gotta play the game. It's like, oh no, don't get the co-signer. Pay a higher interest rate, Oh, I will, because I don't want to get a co-signer.
Sorry.
Hey, Pops. You down or what? Oh, son, again?
Talk him into it.
I don't want so many inquiries.
8 o'clock at night.
You don't love me? You don't love me, Dad?
So, and then the other item is that kind of came up in the situation is that my in-laws, they just got rid of their 2500 that they've had for years, and it's kind of crazy. It was an 07 with like 30,000 miles on it.
Mr. and Mrs. Cartwright?
Yes, Brad and Becky.
Shout out Brad and Becky.
And so now, if they ever need something for like camping or something like that, they can obviously use my equipment and what I have. Ooh, little assist.
We have a team in the back.
Yes, we do. A whole gang of guys back there, including Jeff. But needless to say, though, overall, great experience, and I look forward to making tons of memories.
So tell me about your watch.
It's fake. It's an Invicta. People think that it's something more expensive than what it is, but it's not. It's just a showpiece, and it's not even on the right date. It is not November 1st.
Are Gage's watches fake as well?
In terms of
you can say the truth.
Higher end, he definitely has some nice high-end watches. He has a couple Citizens. I think he has 4 now altogether, so a few. He has a couple Invictas. I talked him into that because, I'm a little frugal, and I like to save some money, and they look good. But no, Gage definitely
Why
has.
Why not just put it on a credit card?
Can't charge it to Cap One every time,
Yeah, they're pissed off with me right now.
Yeah, they're not very happy with me either.
But you know what they don't do? They don't charge late fees.
No, exactly. So it's cool. The interest just starts spiking.
And they're really pleasant when they speak to you on the phone.
Yeah.
Hey,
this coffee right here, though, Janssen puts on a great show with the Donut Shop Keurig cups. Just want to point that out. Not the Great Value ones either, the actual name brand ones.
We get name brand Keurig cups here. It's a write-off at the end of the year, so it's not a big deal in general. It's actually donated.
So tell me something. I've seen these little piggies probably for the past 4 years or so. You've had them for a good amount of time. Maybe 3. So how did you acquire something so unique?
I was minding my own business one day at the Findlay Used Car Center. adjusting the plaques on my wall because I was just transferred from the new car center,
Okay.
which I've bounced back a few times.
I remember
a
that.
ping pong game.
Yep.
And my aunt came into the store quite randomly and brought them to me. She said she was thinking about me. She brought them to me. I didn't know how to interpret the message, but I said thank you. And so far, we have 2 of them that have lost arms.
I was going to say, you got one hand Dan sitting over there.
This one right here. This one's the
Oh, he
survivor.
comes off. Yeah,
Yeah.
He's been through hell and back, huh?
Anytime I see like figures like this, I always reference the Indian in the cupboard because I thought it would be so cool to,
Yep.
you know.
One of those old movies that we used
But
to
then
love
it's
as
like,
kids.
then you think about toy soldiers, and you're like, ooh, do you really want toys to be alive? I don't.
I don't. Definitely not. Speaking of toys, I just recently went out and did some Santa shopping for my little boy. And he really, really also wanted to go see the new truck last night. He was really upset with me because I got rid of the last one. And for the past, 8 months, he's been telling me that when he's of age, this is going to be his truck. And so when he found out that I traded it
In 17 years?
Nope. He had high hopes for that.
Wow.
100%.
What a
Actually, it'll be
planner. What a
12.
planner.
He wanted it so bad. So last night he got a little upset, and he got a little bit more upset with me because I had all the toys in the back of my truck, so he couldn't come see the new car. And he threw one of his little fits. But at the end of the day, he got a cookie, and it made him a little bit more happy.
Tell him that, with loans the way they are now, he could probably finance now and be done when he's
Of age, right?
Of age, yeah, if
That's
you
what I'm
wanted
thinking.
to.
You can put his name on it.
It plays out.
Build him up credit, maybe not.
So what are you doing for Thanksgiving?
This will be, well, the past few years we've done Thanksgiving at my house, but it was more along the lines of me, Brisa, and the kid.
That's cute.
Kids.
What are you cooking? That's
I'm going to smoke a turkey. I'm going to do a, what is that called? Snatchcock or something like that. It's basically what you
I've
do
watched
is,
it.
is you take the spine out, press it down, and it makes it easier to smoke, makes it a
thought
little
you
more
were talking
tender.
about a
No, not Hitchcock or whatever it was, or Hancock, whatever it was with Will Smith.
Yeah.
But basically what you do is you break it down, crack the bones, and it makes the skin a little bit more volatile to where you're able to kind of lift it up a little more.
Yeah.
Stuff that in there with butter, brown sugar. But before all that, I'll put it in a kind of like a brine in a sense. Keep it in there, or I'll probably do that this afternoon, and then tomorrow morning when I wake up, take that out, do my thing, stuff it, do everything along those lines. And then the other item that happens as well is you saw that catch, right? That was
Yeah,
pretty
it was
solid.
one-handed.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Pretty sick.
And then I just put a barbecue rub on it, and it'll smoke for roughly about 6 to 7 hours at 350. 4 hours at 350, 2 hours at 400.
Right on, man.
Get it nice and smoky. What about you? What are you doing for Thanksgiving? Family and all?
My sister is coming down from Phoenix, and I have the luxury of not meeting, but spending time with my niece. She's a newborn.
Heck yeah.
I believe you have a newborn as well.
I do. She just turned 2 months on the 20th of this month.
Sick.
Yeah, she's
She's
the best
super
thing
cute.
ever. Oh yeah, she is.
I
Definitely
know.
got me wrapped already.
Yeah, before.
Before, exactly. Even just seeing Brisa's belly and the way
I like to
that it
wait
all
3
played out.
months before I meet babies.
What is that?
I don't know. I just feel like before that, they're so fragile.
Yeah, and then a little more.
And then like the one time that I held the baby in the head, they're soft.
Yeah.
So I
very
left
soft.
a little dent in the head.
It'll all-
PTSD moving forward.
Just flashbacks as soon as
it's
you see a
like,
newborn.
Oh God, it's like a little piggy bank, like a little hole in the top. Just kidding. No, that's not funny, huh?
No, that is very
it
funny.
funny?
Only because it's mild, and I know that you wouldn't actually. do
Humor
that.
is dark. That is true.
Especially on this side of the spectrum.
That side, not this one.
So needless to say, everything else going very good on my end. What about you, Janssen? Is there anything new that's going on with you?
No, I have nothing going on with my life right now.
And I think I wouldn't call that complacency. I'd call that content. You are very happy with the way your life is going right now.
I speak to a therapist. You don't know anything about me. Just kidding.
I am a therapist.
No, I'm trying to get into video games just so I have a little more like.
Speaking of which, on the other side of that wall over there, my homies, my friends over there, Rizzy.
You don't have to say on the other side of the wall, the homies. That's
I wouldn't.
Adam.
Dude, come on. It wasn't you put that in my mouth.
Hey, on the other side of that wall, I got the homies.
On the other side of the BDC wall, I got my homies Manny and Rizzy over there. We've been grinding
Did you
out
see that?
Battlefield.
One-handed
That was
elbow.
pretty hard. That was pretty hard. But no, so video games are definitely something that I use to kind of like. Because with the family and stuff, it's hard for me to get out and go out with my friends. We go play basketball. We did that one time. I would like to go out and do it
We
again.
go often, actually. We exercise. It wasn't the one time.
For me, it was the one time.
Yeah,
But
we
I play
always
video
do.
games a good amount of times, and it's really just a way to connect with people that aren't either here. Friends that I have that are. I have one.
Hey,
friend
what
that
do you think
moved to
about the
Hawaii.
metaverse?
Oh man, I think that's scary. You ever seen the movie WALL-E?
Yeah, I cried. I cry about that movie a lot. Actually.
Yeah, no, I feel like that is becoming more and more real with that metaverse. That's just like the very beginning.
Oh, you mean the larger people in the
larger
seats?
people just stuck to their
I
seats.
thought you meant the little robot. I was like, oh, that'd be so sick.
Have a little
It's a
Wally
great
just
love
walking around.
story, yeah.
No, but the metaverse kind of scares me a little bit. Only because I don't know what it is.
Do
But I
you
feel
feel
that's with a
like
lot of
if you
people.
don't inform yourself now that you're going to be one of the people that didn't inform themselves, and then we'd be equivalent to the older folks that we deal with that don't know how to work smartphones?
1,000%.
I hate that feeling.
I do
don't
too.
want.
I do
don't
too.
want to be that person.
And then whenever you bring it up around those folks on what we're working with now, it's, oh, I don't get technology, and it's not a bad thing. It's just not caught up with the times, and I definitely don't want to get
At
left
the end of
in
the day,
review.
it's not like the world's moving backwards.
Exactly.
And it's like you either get with the program or you get left behind. You know,
Exactly.
what is it? There's a saying that goes, you either lead, you follow, or you get out of the way.
I would have to say that's pretty accurate, and that's pretty dang cool that you just said that too.
So the other day I saw, I think it was a GIF. I don't know if it's GIF or if it's a GIF or a GIF, because it depends, you know?
It can't be a GIF because have you ever seen that guy who kind of explains it like, here, I came to your birthday party, here's your gift?
Yes.
So those kind of things, that kind of
Gift?
opened up, that kind of opened up, I'm like, okay, maybe it is a gift then.
It
You know,
is a
It's a
GIF.
GIF. And I think those, I don't even really send like
They're
text
so
message
dope.
words
They're
anymore.
so expressive. I love them.
I just send those in, and a lot of people don't get them, but some people do, and those are my people.
I saw one that said, when you see donkey, what do you like think of? And I always think of...
We're making waffles.
It's just, donkey! Pisses off Shrek all the time. If I had a spirit animal, it'd be that donkey.
It would
I
be
think.
you, and it wasn't it Eddie Murphy that played that?
It was donkey.
I know, but the actor, that voiceover donkey, I think that was Eddie Murphy, right?
But he was in character.
Or Chris Rock.
I wouldn't.
It was Chris Rock.
I
That's
don't
who
know.
It was.
All I know is that he was in character, so he was his donkey.
To you?
To me, that's what my spirit animal
Dude,
is.
speaking of like characters and stuff, my son has been bouncing back and forth between like what cartoon he loves, and it's hard to keep up because most of the time, other than the stuff that I get him that he can use outside, like bikes, jungle gyms, and stuff like that, that I have in the past, or like those little electric cart things that they like to drive, he likes to have like, I call them indoor toys because he plays with them in his room or out in the living room.
Right.
And he's always switching up, and I'll tell you, man, Target takes my money because I go in there and I reward him for something that he did right, or just let's go out and go shopping, and he wants a toy, so I
YOLO.
get it for him. And first it's Bluey one week, and then the next he's moving. My favorite one that he just moved into though is Adventure Time. Do you remember that? Do you ever watch Adventure Time? Man.
Oh
that was-
yeah, with the dog.
Yes, with that. Dude,
Yeah.
that's so
See, it's just hard to put that in. In my opinion, it's hard to throw that into a kid's category.
he loves it.
Now,
but it's very.
I was
it's like
watching Billy
SpongeBob.
and Mandy. I was watching Billy and Mandy.
Exactly.
Yeah, but look at
Subliminal.
me, dude.
I know.
I got issues.
We're cool
bro.
though,
I
bro.
know I
We're
got
good.
issues.
You always say you're a different creature, but
It's
charge it to
true.
Billy Mandy.
And then the freaking Urban Dictionary proved that I was a different creature.
Everybody's been on that now because of you. You are a trendsetter.
I am
when
such
it
a
comes to that.
trendsetter.
I walked
For
in.
example, sick. I say that all the time.
Yeah, or sicko mode.
Oh, sicko mode. So I'm just like that. It's whatever.
I
Though.
walked into John's office the other morning, or no, it was like afternoon. I got done packaging a few deals that we needed, and I hear them reading off something, and I'm pretty much late to the times as far as that goes. Whenever those guys are in there having a
Reading and
conversation, and
stuff?
they're just laughing, and I'm like, okay, I want to get in on it. What is it? And Gage looks me up, and it was just this like super like good description. And I'm like, I want to meet that Adam because that guy sounds like a good dude. That's not me though.
Yes, to be honest, it stinks because when I did the Urban Dictionary, the one that I chose was the better one.
So there's a bad one.
Oh,
too.
they were all bad. And then it turns out you can edit them.
Urban Dictionary, whenever I hear that, it takes me back to the time where Omegle was a thing. Or like the chat roulette where you get on there and you just see either really good stuff
I
or
had
stuff that would scar
MSN
you.
Messenger.
That was
And
that
you know
was
what? I used
yep.
to set people up with questions. Like, I was asking pretty much what we call in this industry a yes question, I think.
Yeah.
But I would literally be like, because I was in high school and I was super annoying, I would type in like, hey, are you going to be at school tomorrow, question mark? And then I would have pre-typed already, do you want to go to homecoming with me? And then right when I see that they're typing, so that
The
it looks
yes
like they
happens?
answered my yes, yeah.
I'm
Heck
in.
yeah.
Now you can't back out. You said so.
Yeah, but there was like 4 girls that said yes that really didn't mean it. But it's because of the way they said yes, which was because I tricked them.
But now they're looking at it and they're like, dang, I really wish I would have gone with Janssen and got to know him a little better.
You know, they saw me dancing and like, God, I'm so happy I didn't dance with that fool. Like, I don't
Bro,
know how to
you
dance.
cut up some rug whenever you're on the Christmas parties and stuff. You're out there getting it. Though.
That's how I am, dude.
You have a good time. You're
You
always
know?
just a
What do they call it? Liquid courage?
or a liquid diet in
Liquid
my case.
diet. Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I don't even really drink that much, sadly.
You've
enough.
exposed yourself to the public now. It's okay. You're over here talking about I'm not with the times. My kid's stressing me out. You know?
Bro, he's about to turn 5.
I'm on a liquid diet.
He's about to turn 5, and he says the most like out of pocket things. Like, there's like a TikTok trend that was going on that my girl she's in love with TikTok. Well, she's a stay-at-home mom now, so on her downtime where she's got nothing going on, and you know the kids, if Henley's asleep or something, and it's just her and Roman, she'll sit on the couch and hang out with him for a little while, and she'll be watching TikTok. And there was something that had came up on TikTok, and it was like, Jesus ain't coming back. Or normal ain't coming back. Jesus is. And I walk in and Roman's saying that.
Yeah.
Or the other one he just started saying, like, I don't know if you've ever seen those videos of kids pushing shopping carts and they hit their mom in the back of the ankle. You're done. You're done. And they take the cart from him. Roman comes up, and I forgot what I had in my hand, but he wanted, a Gatorade. He wanted a drink of it. I said, no, buddy, it's like 9 o'clock at night. Like, no, you're about to go to bed here in a little bit. You're done. You're done.
Oh,
He starts-
really?
I'm like, what the heck is going
A little
on? Grace is just
Linda
laughing.
listen, Linda listen.
Exactly, bro. I'm like, dang, like you are like a teenager in a 5-year-old's body.
Heck yeah.
And he's like so in his own little world, and I love that about him because he's very
so
creative.
cute.
Thank
Yeah.
you. I
love
appreciate
Roman.
that.
He's dope.
It sucks.
And I can't wait
because
to meet Hensley, right?
Henley.
Henley.
Yep.
Sorry.
Or little
I was
Hen.
thinking about my liquid diet.
We just got a new name for her. I don't know why, but my girl's been calling her Choopy for
Choopy?
some reason. But I think it's because her favorite, we just had the soup, Zuppa Toscana, and so she called her Chupa, and then she followed up Chupa Toscana. And
What
so
is
I'm
that?
like, Zuppa Toscana, I think Olive Garden is where we
Oh, it's a
first
food
had it.
item.
It is. It's super
Ooh.
good, super easy to make.
I
you
love
know,
food
you know we
so
love food, man, and I love cooking. So we, I've been telling you my favorite dish that I've been making chicken piccata for years. It's been on like our weekly menu or bi-weekly menu that we have for dinner and stuff at the house. And I found another one that my dad personally loved the most, and that was chicken marsala. Remember
Oh.
Antonucci's?
Yeah, my dad was the chef there.
Was he really?
For like 15 years. He worked with Gus and everything.
No way.
Yeah.
So your dad probably, that's
Dude, I was a little pudgy when I was younger.
another little thing
I remember
did not
for
know.
Shadow Day, I got to go over there and help him make dough, and I made these pizza donut things.
Kneading it and stuff like
yeah,
that.
it was
Heck
so
yeah.
dope.
That
You
is,
know what I
man.
mean?
Those little, you're talking
But
about
he
the little
was so
cutouts.
paranoid.
You're gonna like hurt
Sketched
yourself or
out, man.
something.
He was like,
This kid's gonna say something about me.
stay there, you know.
Stay by the soda machine.
I was telling them a story the other day when I was younger, because me and my little brother are 6 years apart.
Yeah, no.
So we were at Circus as a family, and my little brother, he gets lost for like an hour and a half, and he goes and finds security right away. He like knew what to do, and I was like 12, and I got lost looking for him for like 4.5 hours.
You came. What did you come back with?
I came back. I went to one of those little podiums where you take a picture and it tells you what your animal is. So I came back, bossed up. 4.5 hours later, couldn't find him with the picture.
And he's right there next
Yeah,
to
he's
Mom.
right there.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh man, dude. Yeah, my mom beat my ass growing
Oh,
up.
dude. I've had my fair share too. Don't get me wrong. I love my mom. She's an angel. Tammy Hurley, if you're watching this, I love you.
I love my mom too. She
But
just
I
beat
do.
my ass.
I do take it as like a. If I didn't get my ass beat as a younger kid, I probably would have turned out to be something way worse than what I am now.
Right.
I'm very thankful for the belt and the few other things that you like to throw at me and hit me with. But
See,
I
you
love
can get her in trouble for that.
Oh, 100%. But I love you.
My mom threw a jar of turkey gravy at me one time. So I was making fun of her for not making it from scratch. I feel like Neo. I was like, what?
There's this guy that I follow, and he always makes videos of his mom cooking, and she like collects seashells, and he says, those are store-bought seashells. You didn't go get those, and they're like these beautiful seashells from like Malibu where they live. And then the other one, he comes in, they're extremely heavy Italian. And he walks in the kitchen, and she's making like this big feast.
Accent-wise or weight-wise, what do you mean?
Accent-wise. It's almost like a Jersey accent, but you can still hear like a lot of the Italian, like mozzarella. That's how they say it.
Mozzarella.
And so he walks in, and
It's
she's got this
Mario.
on her big old counter. There's this big old like meal, and there's mozzarella and like everything. And he walks in and he goes, "Is this like real mozzarella?" And she turns around and she goes, "What do you mean? Is this real mozzarella?" And he goes, "This is store bought. You didn't make this." And he starts walking out, and all you see is the ladle fly right by his face.
Oh no.
So funny.
What dang it, I was gonna say something and I forgot instantly.
That's okay. You know, what was the nature of it? I'm sure you can remember that much
I
at
don't
the
know if it
very
had to do with food.
I mean, I could talk about food all day.
I know, I love food so much, dude.
You know one thing, and you actually do know this, the one thing that I've gotten, I would say decent at and not chop it or not screw it up is the, say it for me?
Quesabirria.
Yes, sir. So that is so good. The broth, the consomme that goes in it. Or how do you say it?
As you said it.
Consomme?
Yeah.
The consomme is so good. And then
Consomme.
You
can say however you want.
See, I gotta learn Spanish. That's another thing I would like to do.
Well, you know the words, just you can't have... It's actually in Spanish I have an accent to whereas if you try to speak Spanish, you would have an accent. As a Spanish speaker that fluently speaks Spanish would be able to identify my accent. Not aggressively, because I do speak fluently and proper.
Yeah.
But they would be able to tell, where are you from? You know what I mean?
They could tell like which area you're from based off of that. That's pretty cool. I mean, that's kind of like how it is with California. You got Northern and Southern California. I remember, I think Northern says hella. That's where hella came from.
Oh, really?
And there's another word that's Southern, and they tried to claim hella. And I remember that was like a big online thing.
There's, because there's like different areas have different weird traditions.
Yeah.
I forgot where, but I think out east, when they eat pie, they eat it with cheese.
I have heard that. I've also heard it's cream cheese.
Yeah, so I had spoken to a gentleman I went to lunch with, and I ordered an apple pie, and he ordered an apple pie, and he asked it with a piece of yellow, like, Kraft cheese. And I was like, why do you do that? No, it's just like I'm pretty sure he said back east thing. I was like, I'd like to do the same thing, please.
A pie back east is a pizza.
What is it? A pie back east?
Is a pizza.
Oh, see, look at us. We're foodies. We don't even know it.
Well, he definitely was referencing the pastry at that moment.
Gotcha.
Because he ordered it at that moment. But yeah, pie.
Would be a pizza.
Which really, that pizza guy review.
I was just about to say,
so
Dave
sick.
Portnoy, dude, he is so awesome. He just does like, what, 2-3
All right,
minute
one
videos?
sip, everybody knows the rules.
I love the one where the homeless lady's over there just bickering at him, and he's like, what is going on? And like 4 more people pop up, and they don't even know who he is. They're not talking to him, but they like move. He tries to move the camera, and they move with him, and so they're just in there bickering. And the other ones that I love is the new...
Oh, and Shane is totally like that, too. He's a pizza connoisseur.
Huge pizza connoisseur.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of pinup pizza. I like the size that you get for the one slice.
What is it?
Pinup pizza. I think we have one in Laughlin, or we had one, but it's very famous out in Vegas. Like if you hit the Strip, right by Planet Hollywood, on the outskirts of Planet Hollywood.
What strip?
The Las Vegas Strip, Las Vegas Boulevard.
Right.
The Strip. So if you go down there where Planet Hollywood is, I think it's on like the very outskirts of Planet Hollywood. So good. I mean, everything is like huge. So you would think like a garlic knot's like that big, roughly. Your garlic knot's probably 2 of these put together. I won't. Okay, I'll use a different one.
Just saying,
but they're probably 2 of those put together. Everything, the portions are huge, and then the meatballs are so big. But I will say, Shane said he wasn't very impressed. So pinup, you got to step it up a little bit. You got to East Coast.
If you don't impress the beard, it's not.
Who are you really impressing?
I'll never go, personally. Pinup Pizza, I'll never go to you again, just from that review right there. But I heard that there's a pizza place out in Golden Valley that is quite...
Great American Pizza.
Yeah, I heard that it's really popular. I haven't had it.
Solid. Shane Wilson, shout out Shane, Mark Reese, and
So
Josh
Mark,
Parada.
congrats on your baby, cool baby.
Yes, very cool baby.
Everybody's having babies, bro. And
hey, it'll come. It'll come. But back onto the subject of Mark Reese, Shane, and then Josh, Mark's cousin. We all went out and golfed at Kingman in Surbat. Or we all went and golfed Surbat in Kingman, and on our way back we stopped at Great American Pizza.
Sorry I couldn't make that.
Bradley didn't either. We had a bunch of people that were
Just
supposed
kidding.
to go.
I was actually invited.
Were you really?
No.
Oh. Well, we stopped off at Great American Pizza, and I was so excited for the wings because Donnie, speaking of Donnie, he brought back one day, or Miranda brought him food, and it was from Great American. It was a calzone, some wings. The best calzone, the best wings I've ever had, and I was so excited to go back there because I only got one wing. That's a big man, you can only get so much from him off of his plate,
Oh, Donnie?
Yes.
I know, he's so stingy.
No, there was like 14 on there. He ate 13 of the 14 because I had the other one.
And barely gave you one.
Nah, dude, it was the skinniest
Kept
one,
the
and it was
sauce.
a drum too. It wasn't even the wing.
He said no ranch.
I'm a wing guy. What are you? Are you a wing or a drum guy?
I like the one that looks like lip.
Yeah, so you can push the meat down, dip it in there, and just... Ronda Rousey did that on Hot Ones. Speaking of Hot Ones, that's another podcast.
That's true.
But Sean Evans now does it because of her. He pushes it down and pulls the bone off and then eats it like it's a lollipop. But we got there and they were all out of wings, and that killed me on the inside.
That sounds like a less messier process.
It is very less messy. It's less
rather do
messy
it
on
the
the
other
face. But
rather
on your
do it the other
fingers,
way.
though, it is
What's the
very
point of
messy.
eating chicken wings if you're not going to do it traditionally?
Or a
you know?
sloppy Joe without being sloppy.
Just get boneless if you don't want to mess.
Right? Exactly. So you can pick it up with a fork.
Doesn't make
But even
sense.
then, is it even real chicken?
Who knows?
Exactly. I know for a fact if
wonder
there's
what-
bone in there, that's a wing.
Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. Yes.
There's no bone in there. Like,
Yes.
How are they getting the chicken in such a perfect little shape?
I think it's irrelevant if it tastes good. Like, for example, bologna. I haven't eaten bologna in a long time.
Bologna? Or bologna?
Bologna?
Bologna.
It's just spelled bologna.
I actually saw a really cool way of cooking bologna. They take the whole like tube of it.
Oh, I've
and then
seen
they cross cut
that.
it, and then
They
it just
smoke
comes
it with
out.
barbecue?
Yes, dude. I want to try that, but then again, I'm not a big bologna guy either.
Yeah, bologna doesn't seem like a thing you eat like that. That seems a little bit odd.
It reminds me of like a fruit cake, how it's all just pushed together, but in meat. That's what I see bologna being.
The way I like bologna is if it's literally white bread, the Kraft cheese thing,
Yep.
bologna,
American cheese.
mayonnaise, mustard,
Boom.
and then like maybe a little
pickle.
bit of Dorito stains on my fingers.
Yep.
You know
Get a
what I
extra
mean?
little flavor in there. Just take a bite.
Yes.
So other than that, what are some other topics that you wanted to touch on?
Actually, if you allow me to conduct this,
That's what
I'll
I'm saying.
touch on the topics.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you for asking that. The next topic that I wanted to converse on is golfing.
Ah.
You know, if you don't mind me running the show, Mr. Donnie Reynolds II. That'd be cool if it's okay.
Donnie, I took a couple pointers from you.
Anyways, golfing. It's been a hot commodity in our group with our friends.
Yeah.
I feel like, I don't know if it's like as we're getting older, we're getting into golfing, or because I got into golfing, everybody is now doing it.
I would have to say it's because you did.
Yes. So I can't wait till I finance a 2,000 pair of golf clubs, pay on it for a couple of years like I did Cole's Lunchbox, and I'm really excited. I'm thinking about getting the sticks. Have you seen that?
Oh, the guidance sticks?
No,
practice sticks?
it's a brand. It's called Sticks.
Ah, actually, I haven't seen that.
You're all about that tailor-made life, huh?
No, I got ping.
You got what?
I'm a ping guy.
Ping?
Hmm. My driver and actually pretty much everything other than my wedges and my putter. Just because they all
What
came.
do they mean? If you
Like what? Like the brands?
like the numbers.
So the higher the number on your irons, the more loft you have. Meaning that, the lower number you're going to get more yardage out of it rather than less as far as loft goes. Loft, you get the higher apex and it's more of a backspin, so when it lands, it won't move as much, and if it does, it's most likely rolling back as far as that goes. I'm not a professional. Morgan Dupree definitely is a professional.
Matt Miranda
is
a super
Just
stud.
to name a couple there, those guys could probably give you a little bit more tips
Hey,
and pointers.
Matt has not calves but cows on his legs.
Oh yeah, those are
That
baby
fool's
softballs. They're huge,
crazy.
ripped. And I heard
Sick.
you're extremely strong too, and you don't
And
even
so
really work
nice.
out.
And he's a DJ. Shout out Matt.
Yes, sir. That's DJ Guami.
Boo Donnie.
We love you, Donnie. This isn't a we thing.
So,
But needless to say, no, I'm not a professional. I just do know a little bit as far as what to use and where to use. Ball position's another thing I want to get better at. The way I do placement and stuff like that. But you, Janssen, you've been going out a lot, dude. You've been going out and golfing a good amount. And you've been taking Manny under your wing.
it's hard to take. Shout out Manny. Thank you for your service. It's a Marine gentleman that we love very much. Shout out Mike Patterson. Thank you for your service. All
sir.
love. Yeah, I'm very good at everything that I do. I'm literally the best at everything that I do.
I would have to agree.
Now, I wanted to get insight, and this is going a little bit more personal, not personal, excuse me, but more like
Serious?
humanity oriented. What does Thanksgiving mean to you? And I want you to think about it for at least 2 seconds.
Well, I grew up in a house where
You're gonna think about it 2 seconds.
I
Run the show,
right
Adam.
off the tongue.
Run the show, Adam.
Right off the tongue. I grew up in a house where my parents were split up at a young age, and so Thanksgiving was a holiday along with like Christmas that I spent at 2 places. And so now to me, now knowing that I'm a father and I got a family and stuff, I don't ever want. It wasn't a bad thing, though it wasn't a bad thing, but it definitely wasn't easy. 4 hours at this house, 4 hours at the next, and then I go see my grandparents and go home. Like, it wasn't fun because there wasn't time to really like sit down and enjoy it. Thanksgiving's a little more special to me now because I want to show my kids that your family's all together. This is the time that we put the phones down and maybe watch a movie with the family
I
after
love
eating,
it.
and just be a lot more because they're all coming over to our place, my in-laws, and they're my girl's grandparents and her uncle and stuff. They're all coming over, and it's gonna be a good time tomorrow.
I think, thank you for asking, that Thanksgiving defines within the name to be thankful and to be giving.
I agree.
Get off your phones, Enjoy time with your family. Don't take that for granted. It's very, very true. Don't take your family for granted. Kiss your mom, kiss your dad, hug your siblings, be the bigger person, and enjoy their presence. Watch a movie, but feel their warmth. Put the phones down. I won't, but I encourage that you do. This has been another episode of The Janssen Show with Adam Hurley, the man, the myth, the legend, a man that I admire and care for very much.
I love you.
Tune in next time.
See you later, guys.